to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Brian Clark State
Good morning, sports fans. Welcome to the Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM. Watch our live stream on YouTube or listen to us on the go. Download that Mixlr app. Listen to us anywhere you're at. And
Anywhere.
Yeah, we're broadcasting live from Jake's Furnishings today. Scott Kirby, Joe Ryan, Jake, the furniture guy, Johnston, Jim Ash, Lloyd Kirby.
You're all mellow today. Did you have a can of Mellow Yellow?
I had a Mellow Cream.
Oh, there you go. That mellowed you out.
Hey, you see that?
Mellowed out.
Yeah, and a nice wintry Saturday morning. As we all know, the Railers basketball, the boys basketball game was rescheduled last night because of the weather. It's going to be made up February 6th against Glenwood, which is kind of good for us because, right now we got some banged up kids, so give them a few more days of some rest and hopefully get them back on the court. And
give us a little report on that,
What?
How banged up we are. Comnick came back.
Comnick's back. I'm sure he's not 100% though yet with his wrist, and then we got Drew Hayes with his ankle. He's still struggling with that.
High ankle sprain.
Yeah, and Frank Sanders, his knee issue is becoming an issue for him. So I don't know that he's going to be available the rest of the season.
Yeah, as I say.
So that's unfortunate for us because I tell you what, when Big Frank's in there, he makes a difference, and we're going to miss him if he's unable to play anymore this year. So it's unfortunate, but I don't know the details. I guess we'll just take it day by day and see how he's doing. But we talked to Coach Al last Saturday, and you don't want to jeopardize his future.
No.
I want to get that knee taken care of. I'm sure he's going to play football somewhere. The well-being of the kids comes first, but it's a big loss.
Yeah, I thought Neil would be here today, but is he not done shoveling your driveway?
He's supposed to be going over and cleaning it out.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, they're on their way to Champaign. Illinois plays at 11.
11 a.m.
So they're heading over there. We'll talk about Illinois. We're just we're jumping here.
We're sliding into your show.
We'll have a Illinois segment here.
No cyber jumping today.
Yeah,
he's gonna have a.
Jim kind of got on me about it.
It's almost like having an agenda.
Yeah,
kind of like, hey, we're going to talk about them later, guys.
Yeah, it's an agenda. That's it. Yeah, it's at the 9:30 break.
That's
at the.
Sounds good.
9:30 break. We're also going to talk college football playoffs. Me and old Jakey boy here were talking before we went on air, and he seems to think this is the best college football season ever.
Well, now hold on. I thought we weren't talking about it now.
Well, we're going to talk about that the next segment.
We're doing college football
We're just
now.
doing an intro.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So we're
it's
not
an
talking
overlay.
college football?
What we're going to talk
It's an
about.
overlay. It's wet concrete. Don't walk.
Yeah, we'll get to that
Okay.
later.
Yeah.
We'll get to that
A rotten
later.
head in with a ratchet.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That's needed.
Baseball's right around the corner, guys. February.
Baseball?
Yeah. Baseball.
Golf's right around the corner. NASCAR.
NASCAR.
Don't you cyber.
Right. Listen, there's a whole bunch
Horse
of things out
racing.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it won't be long. We'll have the Kentucky Derby flying around.
Yeah. NFL playoffs are starting up today.
You're going
We're
to
gonna
start
talk
seeing
about
some
those.
bowling on TV.
Bowling, cornhole on ESPN. You know, we'll talk a little cornhole
You
later.
are a big cornholer.
Yeah, you know it. Joe likes his bags.
Yep, he does. That is correct.
If you'll notice, Jim, I've been very quiet over here when that went on.
Jimmy, do you know what cornholing is, Jimmy? I used to know what it is. Cornhole. It's bags where you throw a bag.
It's a different game from when he
Yeah.
plays.
I used to know what it was.
It's a different game than when he played.
Yeah. Completely different.
That's funny.
Yeah. It's pretty popular.
Oh, you're popular.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right back
So,
at you.
so have we?
Transitioned?
No. I would say,
no.
did we have more things you're going to tell us that we're going to have coming up on the show?
That's about it for the agenda, and we'll get to them.
Yeah, we have any prizes?
We
We have any prizes?
giving away
Yeah.
things? Yeah, we got prizes. Well, let's just give it away.
What are we giving away?
Well,
We're surrounded.
Lloyd
one?
is now laying in this recliner.
We are surrounded by prizes.
Yeah, we are prizes. I like what we're sitting on today. Nice and
Yeah,
clean.
nice and white and gonna get dirty when we're done with it.
Yeah.
I bet we could get Jason Washam on.
Yeah.
There you go.
Both sitting in your Speedo.
What?
Yeah. He must have a membership.
It's almost every time I go there, he's there.
Yeah.
Johnstone, what are you doing? Oh,
Johnstone.
you're going to sit right next to me, aren't you? Yes, you are. Okay. Dang it.
Yeah.
Friggin' underwear model sitting right next to you. No way to look good then.
Nope. Just makes you feel like crap.
Yeah. Yep. Time to go jump in the lazy river.
May as well hang in the water for a while.
Did they sell beverages at the old night
Oh,
section?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nice. Nope, I've never been there. Maybe
Really?
we should do a show from there.
How long was in Jim?
Tomorrow, we
Next week. Get it booked.
Next week, yeah.
We're going for a go-kart ride.
Yeah. That's about it.
That's okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Well, let's talk about Illinois basketball right now, guys.
Here we go.
We
We'll
dropped it from the bottom of the hour.
Well,
to
we're
the
going to mix it up. We'll
Okay.
talk Illinois basketball. Have you guys watched any?
A little bit, yeah.
Joe? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Mm-hmm. So what are your thoughts on Illinois basketball?
I've said it for a month. They're a Final Four team.
Yeah. And we saw what they did on the West Coast about a week or so ago where they just took it to Oregon.
Took care of the Ducks.
Yeah. The biggest margin for a top 10 win on the road, the biggest point margin. So
the Ducks were ranked.
Ducks were ranked 8, 9 or something, 8, I think, when we played them, and
we'll see them again in the tournament.
Yeah, and then you follow up with that against a Washington team, and that's a tough road trip right there, where you're gone so long. You're playing Oregon, then you travel up and play Washington. You've been on the road for I don't know how long.
When you win, though, it's all okay.
It's all okay. Yeah. And, that bumped them up, and then took on Penn State the other night and just demolished them without their best player, Kasparis Giakionis. Did something to his...
Listen to him.
That's pretty good.
I tell you what.
You've been listening to a lot of radio or something there.
I've been watching him. I went to the game thinking I'm going to get to see KJ play, and he was
got
out.
Something a little special that game, though, because the Illini poured it out.
And I don't know if Penn State is that bad or Illinois made them look that bad.
Illinois is good.
But Penn State, didn't they beat Ohio State a week or two ago?
They've had a couple good games.
Yeah.
So,
Illinois, they're solid. They've got players that are really finding their spot on the team.
How deep would you say they are?
They're 3 or 4 deep off the bench.
Well, that's what I was going to say. They're 8.
You've got Merez Johnson, freshman, coming off the bench, who's just a beast. He's going to be really good here in the next couple years. And then you've got Dre Gibbs Lawhorn coming off the bench, and that guy, he's not real big, but I don't know if you guys watched the Penn State game or not, but
it got boring.
Yeah, Penn State went up for a layup, and Dre just went up and blocked it. I don't know how he got up that high, and it was impressive. And he's just he's a spark plug out there, and does good things, and he utilizes and makes the most of his minutes. And he's really helped that team.
It's going to be tough to keep all of them, though, financially.
Yeah,
there's going to be at least 2, I'd say, leaving,
and that's just something that the whole NCAA basketball.
Well, everybody's dealing with it.
You don't get those kids and see them for 4 years anymore. It's just those days are gone. You're rebuilding every year, and
it's a new team every year.
Yeah,
really.
It's a new team. We've only got 2 guys returning from last year, and 1 guy redshirted. Dre Gibbs, Lawhorn's the one, the one they're playing, and Ty Rogers decided to redshirt this year just to kind of work on his game and get better. So. You've got a whole new team out there, and boy, they're really starting to figure it out, and they could be dangerous.
I think they're a Final Four team, then it just comes down to foul trouble and free throws.
Yeah. Obviously, KJ is going to be a lottery pick. You're only going to get 1 year out of him. And then you got Ivisic and Tomislav.
I'm going to tell you something.
Tomislav.
Let's just pause there for a second. You're throwing these names out there. You've been studying cards. Has Jeff been giving you cards and stuff how to say these names and all that?
No.
I'm very impressed.
You should be.
I wouldn't attempt to say those.
No, but I did, and I got them right.
I'm telling you. Well, I don't know if you got them right. They sound good.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're close.
Close.
Yeah, and you talk about keeping guys coming off the bench. Jake Davis had a heck of a game against Oregon.
Yep.
I could throw that one out there, Jake Davis.
That's an easy one.
Yeah, good one. Yeah.
Trey White's been good.
Trey White is really
another one.
He's been really
really good, and they're fun to watch, and like you said, they have
talking about Will Riley.
Will Riley,
who I mean,
the Canadian, he's struggling a little bit right now.
He is struggling a little bit, but boy, his ceiling, and that's the crazy thing about this team is you throw them together, and everybody knew it was going to take some time for them to kind of gel. And, the first, I don't know, up until about a week before Christmas, there was a little bit of worry there, because they had that loss to Northwestern.
Yeah.
There were some things, it just didn't look like they were gelling. All of a sudden, they lost Northwestern. Now, that sprung them forward, whatever it was that took that, or however Underwood pulled the strings after that is really what looks like happened. Their free throws are better, their shooting percentage is better, their defense is way tighter. I mean, what a well-rounded team, and could be real fun to watch in the tournament.
I'm giving Jeff Alexander the credit for that.
Okay,
he's got that team like that.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, Underwood's there doing things. That's all, Jeff.
All right, I like that. We'll go with that.
That's our story, and we're telling it.
That's our story, and we're sticking to it. Yeah, a fun team to watch, taking on USC today. USC, they're a solid team, a newly Big Ten team, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
11 o'clock game. So
yeah. Why so early?
I don't know.
That's early, though.
That way they can get coached there.
Yeah.
They want to coach
They
out there in the stands.
rescheduled it. It was supposed to be tonight.
Well, did they know about his radio show here?
Well, they asked him, and he says, I will skip the show.
I don't need to go talk to those idiots.
Well, then he won't be paid for the show, right, Jim?
Right. Yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
No show. No show.
Saves a show.
Kind of like Joe.
Saves a show about $2,500 having him out here for the.
I mean, his NIL deal with WLCN is pretty high.
Significant.
Yeah.
As we're on the college basketball scene. Did you see that UCLA coach? Did you watch that?
Yeah.
Losing it?
Yeah, he was not happy.
But he's right.
Yeah.
And he just kind of lost his mind for a little bit, but,
My kids are soft. They don't play hard. They only play hard if I'm out there yelling at them.
I'm the most energetic person at practice.
Yeah.
That says it all. They're getting NIL money. They don't care. It's just, guys, I thought it was one of
What's funny is, do you think that's right, or do you think, that's kind of a product of what you put together? I mean, you look at other teams. I mean, go to the Illini. I doubt that they're low energy at practice. I mean, their coach may be the highest energy there just because that's how he rolls. But at the same time, I see a whole bunch of those players probably go pretty hard in practice.
What do you say? He's got 500 wins. I mean, it's not like he's a new coach. I mean,
he's a good coach.
I was just going to say I would say that's the problem at NIL money. You think you're going to the next level or whatever. Hey, you know what? You want to get mad at me? I'm going to change schools. I'll go over here and get more money. It's just. I just felt like it was one of the first guys that came out and said all that when we all know that it'll be tough to coach those kids when you start paying them a bunch of money. And he's kind of lost his mind and said it all.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're wanting to go to the next level, you got something to prove. And, those NBA scouts, they see that, and it just transitions over to the NBA where they'll be making
we say it as adults, but those are kids getting hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
completely agree with it. I think it's great. I think it's great. I do. These kids have been taken advantage of for years. Yeah, they get an education. Their education is not worth anything of what they could be making. And what they do make for that school is way more than what their education
And I think they should just do away with it being attached to the school.
But does that
minor league baseball?
You talk about kids not going 100%. Is there some some jealousy going on there where, let's say, this kid
Joe's jealous.
this kid isn't making as much as this kid, so why do I have to,
100%.
play out any harder? Is there any animosity? Big word, animosity.
Another animosity.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Tell you what, I'm really impressed with you.
Yeah, I'm impressed with those shoes.
Tom Phonics done him well.
Yeah. So, yeah, does that play into it? Don't know, but possibly.
I'm 100%.
Yeah.
Well, again, something I kind of like to see. This is the thing about these guys. It's a year-by-year contract. If you're,
That's what's got to change.
Let's just say this, though. Let's say Joe gets recruited by Illinois, and Illinois is going to pay Joe, I don't know, $80,000 a year. And I get recruited by Illinois, and I'm getting $5,000.
That sounds about right.
But then I have
a much better athlete.
But
Yeah.
Joe's known as a much better athlete, especially coming out of high school.
Have you seen
or transferring over? But then let's say I have just a boom year, and Joe goes down with an ankle sprain. I mean, it's a high ankle. It's a high ankle sprain.
Well, they're going to know that you're a flash in the pan. They're still going to pay me.
Well,
Have you seen his post moves?
I have seen his post moves.
I mean, he'll show us right now.
well, show him.
They nicknamed me Post Malone
Well, all right.
after
And not
Moses.
because you can sing.
after Moses.
Okay.
I can put the
Moses
post up.
Malone
Yeah. Moses Malone.
You know Moses
or
Malone?
Post Malone.
That might be before his.
Yeah.
That was way before
You
his
don't
day.
know. You don't know things.
He doesn't know Dr. J, Post Malone,
The doctor.
the doctor.
I got a great picture. of the
George
doc-
Gervin.
Yeah.
Doctor
Finger
on
roll.
Sesame
Yeah.
Street. The doctor was on Sesame Street.
Yeah.
He's a cool dude.
Is he?
He could go to the hoop.
Yeah.
He was the original Michael Jordan.
There was
He's
only
Dr. J.
One
There's
Michael
only
Jordan.
one Michael Jordan.
J.
He was Dr. J. Yeah.
Doctor.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've got to be creative.
How about basketball in the 80s? That was just different.
Oh yeah, they played defense.
Yeah. And
Like defense was an actual
beat
part
the
of the game.
snot out of you
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole game.
Well, if you've ever read into that, there are reasons it's changed. Like
They won offense.
Yeah.
I forget what the name of the
Jordan rules.
whoever the guy was that was in charge of the commissioner of the NBA back then. Nobody was watching. Nobody
David
was going.
Stern.
They said they want more points. They want let them. There is no defense because everybody wants to see people score, and it's worked. The NBA's became very popular.
I mean,
Is it very popular?
Not to me.
Do you think it's more popular than it was in the 90s?
it's more popular than it was in the 70s and 80s.
No, I don't think it is. And
I was going to say, I don't think well, yeah, I guess the 80s and 90s was the heyday, I would say, of the NBA in early 2000s. And then I'd say since 05, it's really fallen way
Yeah,
off. Even once Jordan stepped out, it took a step back, I would say.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I have zero interest in the NBA.
I just say it.
Now I'll watch the Bulls and see how Io's doing, and the Timberwolves with TJ up there, just following Illinois players. But to sit down and watch an NBA game, I have no interest.
No, I don't.
And that's
I
just
will
me.
say this: I've been to a few over the past 5 years in Indianapolis, and it's pretty cool to go to.
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah,
man.
If you're there, it's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't ever watch.
Pricey.
Yeah,
Pricey nowadays.
I bet. Well, what isn't?
Everything is,
What
yeah.
isn't?
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, you go to an Illinois game and get a bottle of water, and they want $6, and then a tip.
Hand it to him.
Everybody wants it.
And you're literally grabbing the water off the table, paying for it. Tip?
It's all built in now.
Nope. So yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, the NBA just isn't what it used to be. But how did we just transfer the NBA?
Because one of you guys cyber jumped.
Well, there
Let's
goes
go
the
to
agenda.
let's go to commercial and bring
Yeah,
it back.
Let's go to break, and
We
we
were
come
talking
back.
about Joe and me working on post moves and making more NIL money because we both have eligibility left.
Yes.
I'm gonna look see if I can see some old film of me playing. I'll look.
Yeah, please do. It's probably black and white and real grainy.
It's on reel to reel, that's for sure.
Didn't we record any of that game we played against the junior high girls
I
that
don't
one year?
even know. I'm sure we did. Where it's at, I don't know. Probably just trash that. Well, he
West
didn't
Lincoln
play.
Girls. Oh, he didn't play, did
Yeah, because he's a chicken.
he? Oh, well,
I was coach.
you'll have that.
You'll have that. All right, let's take a commercial break. We come back. We're talking college football playoffs because it's here, and we've
Playoffs?
got the matchup.
Couldn't find it.
Stay tuned. You're in the cheap seats, WLCN 96.3 FM.
This is Corporal Brian Clements with the Lincoln Police Department. This week, Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers is seeking information in reference to copper gutters that have been stolen off churches in the last couple of weeks. On December 6th at 1:54 p.m., 2 subjects stole a copper downspout off the Zion Lutheran Church at 205 Pulaski Street. They were both on bicycles, and one was wearing a Chicago Bears jacket, the other was wearing a tan coat and blue jeans. If you have any information on this crime, please contact Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers anonymously at 217-732-3000 or the Lincoln Police Department at 217-732-2151. Tips leading to an arrest could receive a cash reward up to $1,000. Crime Stoppers only wants your information, not your name.
The Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers Crime of the Week is brought to you by Me Realty, supporting a thriving community safe for families through support of the Crime Stoppers program. Me Realty, 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Are you sick and tired of the telephone calls, text messages, and ads in the mail for Medicare Open Enrollment? Medicare Open Enrollment begins October 15th and ends December 7th. Changes made during this time will go into effect January 1, 2025. Feel free to call me, local Medicare agent Dara Entwistle, and set an appointment to go over 2025 changes and plans. My office is in downtown Lincoln, or I can meet with you at your home if you like. Again, call me, Dara Entwistle, your local Medicare agent and your friend in health insurance, 217-651-8046.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
is Chuck Minerva, and you're listening to the Cheap Seats with Joe, Jack, Jim, Lloyd, and Scott on 96.3 FM.
Jake.
Oh, Jake. Sorry.
That's all right.
Let's say
Call-
Jack.
yeah,
Jack,
call
Jake,
him
whatever. This is Chuck Minerva, and you're listening to the Cheap Seats with Joe, Jake, Jim, Lloyd, and Scott on 96.3 FM WLCN. Yeah.
Is that Stevie Ray?
No, I had nothing.
Close.
Oh, wait for it.
Hey,
got a call.
hey, Jack, name that
It's
tune.
Stevie Wonder, but I can't remember the name of the song.
Oh, we got a caller. Good morning. Who are we talking to?
Hey guys, what's going on?
Oh, thank goodness. Now we got somebody that knows a little bit about sports.
Yeah. I'm going to shut
going
my
on,
mic
Joel?
off. Go ahead, Joe.
Not much. Before I know you guys are getting ready to talk college football, I just wanted to add one thought on the NBA topic you were talking about, and I'll
right.
make it quick so you can get to football.
No, take your time.
But so I agree. This is going to be weird, but I agree with you guys in that the NBA was probably never more popular in a way back in the 90s, and less popular today now. However, what's changed is I think those statements apply only to the United States, because since 90, in that era, what has happened is basketball is now a worldwide sport like soccer.
Oh, yeah.
It has exploded internationally. So while they may have lost 35% of the American audience, they've probably literally gained 5 to 10 times the audience they had back in the 90s, because they've got China, India, all of the
All of Europe, yeah.
Russian and associated areas. Everywhere you go, Africa, South America, basketball is everywhere. So for the NBA, they don't care whether their money's coming from the United States or overseas. If their profit line goes up 5 to 10x, what do they care where it's coming from?
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, you look at all the international players in the NBA and in college basketball as well, Joel. And
Yes.
like you said, it's really
look at your brother-in-law.
Yeah.
I mean, how many countries has he been to the last couple of years? That's what's changed.
endless.
Right.
I mean, he's been to Istanbul,
And look last year at the
Barcelona,
NBA draft, the top two for sure, but I think the top 3 of the top 4 players international this year, Demon and Yakuchonis for sure are going to be top 5 picks. So there's at least 2 more. I mean, it's a different game. As a matter of fact, it seems like they shy away from American college kids more and now go for the 18-year-old Europeans that are skilled and then just put them on the bench until they develop.
Yeah, because those 18-year-olds are playing against men over
Right.
there. And
I think Lucas started playing against pros at 12.
Yeah. I mean that KJ did that. Tomislav Ivicic, he same way with him. He's a little older though, but they're playing against men over there, and then you bring them over and play them against guys their own age, and they kind of just step right up and play.
Yep. They are definitely more skilled when they hit. Just look at Yakuchonis and Ivicic. They're way more skilled than a lot of 18-year-olds.
Joel is very good at this too. I'd like to have a little contest between names. Joel and Scotty, you guys go head to head. Throw a name at him, Joel.
Will Riley.
Okay, now you're getting in the contest between Jake and I.
I'm trying to help my guy Scott out.
That's
I
right.
gotta tell you what, you guys are throwing some language out here.
It's not Jake, it's Jack.
Jack's phone. That's
So
good
anyway,
stuff.
that's all. I don't want to mention up the football part, but I wanted to throw that in.
Well, no, hold on. Before you run off, Joel, I'd like for you to tell us who's the best NCAA basketball team in the country right now.
Right now?
Yeah. I'm asking Joel.
If I had to pick a team right now today to beat anybody on a neutral court, I'd probably say Auburn.
I was gonna say Auburn. Yeah.
Auburn, Duke, Tennessee, Illinois, Alabama. Those are the 5 best teams in my view.
The team that's really surprising me right now, Joe, is Florida.
Yeah, they're good.
They're pretty good, and they just put a whipping the other night on Tennessee.
Do they have any foreign names you could say for us on the team?
I don't really follow Florida. I'm sure they do. Maybe next week we'll
One
dive
thing
in.
though, I will tell you, there every once in a while. The last time I'd say this happened was probably the D. Brown, Darren Williams era for me. Even as good as Illinois has been lately, this team does look a little different. And Scott, I don't know if you saw it. I sent you a stat a little while ago, but this is why I think this team's different. So Illinois played 15 games. 8 of those games against Division I opponents, they have won by 30 points or more.
Yeah.
So 55% of their games this year, guys, they've won by over 30 points.
Wow.
That's getting into like the UConn type territory. Last year, where it's just like they're just killing everybody.
I like it, and in those games they did lose against Tennessee, that was winnable. Northwestern was winnable.
They gave Tennessee away.
Yeah. And
I mean, why you're throwing an inbounds pass to a 7-1 guy at half court? Nobody could ever make that make sense to me, but that's what happened, and that's why you lost. So
and that was fairly early in the season, and I think they're really starting to figure it out now. And the role players are taking their role, and they're fun to watch, and they've got a lot of weapons. So
that bench, man. Yeah. Even on nights when you're just like, even if DG Hill's not super hot, man, I'm telling you, my favorite player on the team is Morez. That guy,
yeah, for sure.
He is all business. He comes in with his briefcase, puts in his 10 points and 8 rebounds, and gets off the court.
Yeah, had a double-double the other night against Penn State, and he's a solid player.
You know what's different for me with this team against other Illinois teams from the past, and even a lot of other teams, really, is not only their ability to score and whatnot, but their ability to defend in different ways. They've got big guys. Even their guards are big guys. I mean, they're not lacking on size like the D. Brown era with him, Luther Head, Darren Powell, all those guys. I mean, Darren Powell.
I was just going to say,
Darren Powell.
Was he playing?
But, Illinois back then, they had a size issue. They weren't all that big, but they beat you with the 3, and their quickness to get to the basket. Now they're definitely deep, but they're also very tall and athletic on top of that.
Yeah, and it's Roger there, Jay.
Roger Powell.
And you know where he's at now, coaching?
No.
He's over in Vanderbilt.
I saw that. There was a thing on him just a couple weeks ago. I didn't pay attention to, but seen that.
Yeah.
Well, things are going well, and you're supposed to be your second best player, who's supposed to be a top 15 draft pick, is just absolutely lost.
Yeah.
And you're still this good, because Will Riley is pretty much as close to broken, I think, as you can be offensively. And
yeah, you're right.
And a lot of that's his own doing.
Yeah.
Because
I think
if you guys watch today, hopefully the coaches. First thing I'd tell Will Riley is you are not allowed to shoot a 3 until you either make a layup first or you get fouled and shoot free throws.
Yeah.
But if you shoot another 3, you're not playing the rest of the game until you make a layup or you attack the basket and make some free throws. Because, guys, watch his feet today. This is in my mind. I can't stand watching him play right now. His feet on 3-pointers are never the same. Most of the time when he jumps, he kicks his feet around like he's doing some sort of AAU move. Watch his layups. I've never seen the guy go up, straight up on a layup and just put it in. He always jump stops and fades backwards or fades away or takes a weird angle when he doesn't have to. They have got to get through to him. This is not AAU. We're not out here trying to show off and see who can pull off the best move. Get your freaking feet straight, square up, and shoot the ball like everybody else does. Look at Kylan Boswell. When that guy shoots a 3, he stops, he makes sure everything's set, and then if he's open, he shoots.
Yeah.
Riley he'll come off a curl, just jump in the air, and then, I'll find the basket when I'm in the air, and then I'll throw up a 3 off the backboard.
Yeah.
They got to get that guy under control. He's way too talented to just keep jacking around with these crazy mechanics.
Yeah, and he's forcing a lot of stuff too, just because he comes in and he's known as a scorer. Well, right now you're not scoring, and you got to be more of a team player, and your shot's going to come. But right now,
and I rarely see him shoot the ball and think, you know what, that shot was within the offense. You're right.
Yeah.
It's always like a forced.
Yeah.
Like, wait, why did you pull up over two guys and shoot a three and then try to get a foul on a three?
Yeah. So,
nobody else is doing that. Everybody's making the extra pass and making the right shot.
Right. Yeah.
Quit jacking, and they got to tell him, dude, don't go in there and do that, or you're going to be sitting over here. Obviously we don't need you as much as you think we do, because we've been playing fine pretty much without you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if he can figure it out here in the next couple weeks, that just makes Illinois more dangerous. So hopefully he can get it going. And I think right now,
if they get him squared away.
Oh yeah, it's a confidence thing, and not only forcing the shot, his confidence probably in there. Obviously, his mechanics aren't there right now, but yeah, if they can get him right, man, that's just another weapon we have.
Well, they were supposed to be bad defensively, but right now they're top 8 in defense and in offense, which is pretty crazy.
Their defense is, I mean, they get a lot of points off their defense. A lot of their defense turns into offense. I love how they push the ball and go to the basket. I don't know how many free throws we've shot this year, but they like to get to the rim and make them foul you and get to the line.
I'm kind of being hard on Will Riley, but I really do like him. I want him to be good, because if he's as good, just 75% of what he could be, I think Illinois is a Final Four team for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Because Trey White and DGL and Jake Davis, all those guys are playing their role better. And they did a great job of getting these guys to gel so quick. I mean, you'd think they've been playing together for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, and that's key right there, getting them to gel.
Jeff Alexander.
And, Joe's giving all credit to Jeff.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's Jeff doing that.
We'll roll with that.
There's occasionally during games, sometimes when Coach does stuff, I kind of wish Jeff would send him to the locker room and take over.
Easy now.
Well,
stay in your lane.
Yeah.
But 11 o'clock today, Joel. USC. What's USC? I mean,
bad.
They're bad.
Very bad at basketball.
Okay.
Yep. But we don't even know if KJ's playing. I mean, they played Indiana the other night to, I think, 13 points, but Michigan beat them by, 20 or 30 at USC the other day. Michigan looks to be like our biggest competition, too, by the way.
What are your thoughts on Coach Cronin out there in UCLA? We were talking about it earlier. Did you watch his post-game interview the other night?
Yeah, Mick Cronin, he's been surly everywhere he goes. He was that way at Cincinnati. He's just kind of a, no nonsense, old school type of guy. But I hear what he's saying. You hate to call out players like that and the media, but sometimes I guess you feel like you have to. But here's the thing: if that's what's really going on, Coach, you're recruiting the wrong players.
Yeah. And
you guys made the point earlier. Yeah. I guarantee that Illinois practices, nobody is dogging it because they want to be there and they want to play. Yeah, they're getting paid, but I don't see one guy in Illinois who I think's there for a paycheck. They look like they want to win, they want to play together. And if Mick Cronin's got people that don't, hey, don't recruit those kids.
Don't recruit them.
Get 10 guys that are maybe a little less talented but want to play together.
Yeah. I agree. What do you think,
and
Jack?
I don't know what you can do contractually. What can you say? Hey, if you don't try hard at practice, you're not going to get your $5,000 this week. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Because then they'll say, well, prove. How do you know I didn't try hard? Prove it.
Yeah, it's a different game. It's a
merry-go-round.
Yep. But yeah.
Well, look what happened to Larinaga and Tony Bennett at Virginia. Those guys quit.
Yeah.
One guy right before the season and one guy 2 weeks into the season because they said we can't deal with this NIL stuff anymore. Players don't even listen to me.
Yeah, and I'm sure
away.
That's probably why Nick, Saban, he hung it up when he did, because just dealing with that and have to not only go out and recruit but recruit your own players to stay. It's just got to be overwhelming and just endless tiredness and but
doesn't seem to bother Bielema though.
No. So yeah, that's just the way it is. This age, and it's not going anywhere.
No.
Scott, would you take Bielema as the Bears coach?
No. No, I don't really. I want somebody in there proven that can do it. You know, you're still taking a gamble when you take some of these college coaches. You know, how are they going to transition into the NFL? I don't know. I don't have the answer, but there's a couple guys out there that, you know, I hope they go after pretty hard.
Bill Cowher.
Bill Cowher. But yeah, I mean,
Tony Dungy.
Do you want anybody off the Cardinal coaching staff?
No, absolutely not.
Joe's willing to trade them all.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting next couple weeks here, as I think they're interviewing Ben Johnson today from Detroit. Mike Vrabel was in the other day. Just the list that they have out there is kind of mind-boggling. You know, you should have your top 3 guys that you're going after, and they've got like
why would you leak it?
guys.
Why would you leak it to the press? Why do you want anybody to know who you're interviewing over things?
Because this day and age, Jake.
Oh, it happens all
Jack. Sorry.
It happens all the time. Jack's my uncle, Scott.
Everybody knows everything, you know. And
why is the carpet wet, Todd?
Yeah. So.
Well, I think some of the coaches, like for the Bears, I think some of the names that people want to hear, they want to hear that they interviewed Ben Johnson, Flores, and people like that. I think some of these lesser guys, lesser named, I should say, they're not lesser people, obviously, but just less known names. That's their agents leaking that out because they want their name out there in the cycle and be like, well, wait a minute, the Bears interviewed this guy. I mean, for a head coaching job, shouldn't we maybe at least talk to him? What did they think of it?
Yeah, and I don't know who they're going to go after, but they better get it right. Because
hopefully it's Ben Johnson. But.
Yeah, I like Ben Johnson. I wouldn't mind Mike Vrabel, but then it comes down to you have to have a solid offensive coordinator.
Right.
You know, and
true.
And for me, if you're going to have a coach with this offense that they have, because there's talent there, no line, but there's some skilled positions there. You want your head coach to be an offensive guy. You know.
Well, you're not wrong, but I think Ben Johnson doesn't have the head coaching experience like Vrabel would, and then you go get yourself a good offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I mean,
are you talking about Ben Johnson, the Canadian runner?
No.
From the 1988 Olympics? Is that who
Tell you what, he's like.
You guys remember when that guy raced a horse on ABC Live?
Yeah,
with Brent Musburger.
Yeah.
Was it on right
raced
after?
A horse. And didn't they say that they pumped more horse tranquilizers and steroids into him than the horse?
Yes. Yep, that's exactly.
And then Ben was upset about it.
You know what? And now you guys want him to be the head coach of the Bears.
Yep.
I've heard if Ben Johnson
I
goes
want to
there,
put a jersey on him.
That's some speed.
I'll tell you what, Jake, if we ever play a team of horses, he's got the experience.
He's got the experience of running against horses.
He
so
knows.
if they're playing the Colts or the Broncos,
yes. There we go. He knows.
there you go.
Good point,
Never
Jack.
know when you're going to run into a stampede.
I've heard if they get Ben Johnson, he is going right after the Smurf. He wants to bring him from Arizona
I don't
Chicago.
know what sports channel you're watching. That's never going to happen.
He makes things up and then he brings it to this station, thinking maybe he'll take off on.
Nobody wants your Smurf.
Who's the Smurf, Joe? Help me out.
That little QB out in Arizona.
Kyler Murray.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah, no thanks. We're fine.
I think we're fine.
That's who Big Ben Johnson wants, is what I was told. So if you get Johnson.
I don't know who you're
Anybody who takes the Bears job has got to know this going into it. You can like whoever you want, but the quarterback's standing there for the next 3 years. So if you
And
don't
I got to
like him,
tell you,
don't take the job.
I kind of became a fan of his this year. He did battle through it all.
I mean,
and I wasn't in the beginning.
You look at Caleb's numbers compared to everybody else, and he's right up there.
I tell you what, he made some plays, and he hung in there, and he stayed. And you know, I didn't hear him whine a lot. I mean, I don't listen to everything Chicago, but I didn't hear him whine a lot. I kind of like him.
Well, good.
If you told somebody at the beginning of the season before it started he'd end up with 3,500 yards, 20 touchdowns, and 5 picks, most of us would have said, yeah, I'll take it. We should be pretty good if that's it.
Yeah.
And instead, it's the exact opposite.
Exact opposite. And, you know, it's... I don't know. We'll see.
Need some clock management.
All right, Joe, we got to go to break real quick.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for the call, buddy. We appreciate you.
All right, see you guys.
Joe, have a good day.
All right, let's take a
right, you
commercial
too.
break, and we come back. We'll wrap up the show with some college football playoffs.
And NFL.
No, NFL's
No,
over.
NFL's
Just college
done.
football playoffs. So
Yep.
stay
Playoffs.
tuned. You're in the cheap seats, WLCN 96.3 FM.
This is Corporal Brian Clemens with the Lincoln Police Department. This week, Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers is seeking information in reference to copper gutters that have been stolen off churches in the last couple of weeks. On December 6th at 1:54 p.m., two subjects stole a copper downspout off the Zion Lutheran Church at 205 Pulaski Street. They were both on bicycles, and one was wearing a Chicago Bears jacket, and the other was wearing a tan coat and blue jeans. If you have any information on this crime, please contact Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers anonymously at 217-732-3000 or the Lincoln Police Department at 217-732-2151. Tips leading to an arrest could receive a cash reward up to $1,000. Crime Stoppers only wants your information, not your name.
The Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers Crime of the Week is brought to you by Me Realty, supporting a thriving community safe for families through support of the Crime Stoppers program. Me Realty, 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Are you sick and tired of the telephone calls, text messages, and ads in the mail for Medicare open enrollment? Medicare open enrollment begins October 15th and ends December 7th. Changes made during this time will go into effect January 1, 2025. Feel free to call me, local Medicare agent Dara Entwistle, and set an appointment to go over 2025 changes and plans. My office is in downtown Lincoln, or I can meet with you at your home if you like. Again, call me, Dara Entwistle, your local Medicare agent and your friend in health insurance, 217-651-8046.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
This is Taylor Rohr of the 2024 state champion Lady Railers basketball team, and you're listening to Cheap Seats on WLCN.
Welcome back to the Cheap Seats on WLCN.
Let's go Bucks.
96.3 FM. And we're going to talk some college football playoffs, gentlemen.
Well, we should.
The championship is set.
It is set.
You've
in
got
the greatest season of college football history
ever. You got Notre Dame and Ohio State matching up on January 20th, which is... What else is January 20th? There's two other things happening besides college football on January 20th.
Tell us.
Hi, Donald Trump.
Inauguration.
So the inauguration was going on.
Oh, big day.
And
Big day.
probably more important,
Wait for it.
my birthday.
Stop it.
Big fella.
Yeah, so it's going to be a fun
That's
day.
a big day.
It's a fun day.
Does Tammy know it's your birthday?
Probably not, but I'll remind her.
I'll shoot her a text.
What are you going to do? You going to have an inauguration party, or are you going to have a championship game party?
Let's combine
or
them
a
all.
Scotty party.
Or a
Yeah.
DT party.
There's options. We have options.
Wow, that is a big day if you can take a day off work.
Well, I go in Sunday night at midnight, and I'll get off at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I got all day. Take a little nap, watch Donald J. Trump
DJT.
get inaugurated, and everything's going to be good. And then we'll celebrate with cake and ice cream. Probably not, but, sounds good.
And then?
And then we'll watch the national championship.
Of the greatest season.
Greatest college football season ever.
Yep.
And who told you boys Ohio State was going to go out here and win it all?
Not you.
Oh, yeah. Check your archives.
Okay. So, Notre Dame took on Penn State Thursday night.
Great game.
27-24. Yeah, you're right, Jake. A great game.
Great game.
Came right down to the last kick.
Yeah.
Kicked field goal to win it. First time ever in college football playoffs, making a kick to win the game. And it's back and forth. Notre Dame kind of got off to a slow start, but worked their way back into it. And, boy, I love their coach, Notre Dame's coach. Mm-hmm. He's 39 years old. And
he's a young'un.
And he's very well-spoken.
Yep.
You don't ever really see him going crazy. I mean, he's just mild-mannered and hard-nosed football and puts the work in and it gets you to the championship. And it's phenomenal. And you know who's dancing in the streets right now? J-Mac.
RT.
Yeah, so congratulations to you guys. They might be hoedown, doing a little.
Which one leads?
I'd say J-Mac.
Really? I don't know about that. I think
RT's getting pretty tall.
Yeah, he is.
But J-Mac's spinning him and putting him up in the air and catching him. And
spin him like a pretzel. But, yeah, so, great game.
They like to practice listening to snow.
Penn State had a phenomenal year. The Big Ten, well represented.
Well represented.
And good for them. It would have been neat to see a Big Ten championship matchup, but
I think this is better.
Yeah, this is better. Notre Dame's fan base is huge.
Huge.
I was going to say, I think that's what they wanted in there.
Yeah, and their only loss of the year came to
Northern Illinois.
That's right.
So
and ever since then.
Yeah, Northern Illinois could be playing for the championship. Jeez.
No, they really couldn't.
And then
10-point dogs. Notre Dame are 10-point dogs.
Are they really?
Yeah.
And then last night, Ohio State and Texas. Boy, Texas barely squeaked by Arizona State. And Texas went in there, the Longhorns, and Ohio State. I mean, back and forth. A scoop score kind of put that game away there at the end. They were first and goal at the 1, Texas, and couldn't get it in. in. And Ohio State had probably one of the best goal line defenses in college football, and it showed.
100%.
And
that play was made by his
time to wake up, Jake.
roommate from
when they were in Ohio State together.
Yeah, they played together. Evers, is that his name? What's his name? Transferred to Texas, and
yeah, it was kind of funny.
Yeah,
and showed that moment when they were going off the field.
Screw you. That was funny. They said it on TV, so we can say it on the radio, right?
Yes.
Okay. So,
and I'm sure that probably wasn't the word used, but that's what they said.
That's what they said. Yeah. All on joke.
Pretty
fun,
interesting.
But yeah, great game. And
great game, great season. Just fun to watch.
These playoffs have been
Jake
great.
loves college football.
You know what? I until about 3 years ago, I was just okay with college football. Like I'd probably watch national championship game, maybe a couple of Illini games. This last couple of years, though,
college football's fun.
It's been a lot of fun, and this year with the playoffs expanded the way it did,
it's been great. Yeah,
I think it's awesome. I think they're on the right track, and boy, these teams really showed out. So.
Yeah, and well, that's a different show. We'll talk about that.
Okay,
later,
so let's just throw a name out there that I thought was one of the most interesting games was the ASU Texas game.
Great game.
Scadaboo.
You're going to see him in the
How
NFL.
How fun was that guy?
That guy is a beast.
That guy is a man-child.
And he can do anything.
Oh, yeah.
He can throw
What about that game? He just did it all.
What did he have? He had over 100 yards rushing.
He had 100 yards
receiving, 40 yards passing.
Yeah.
With
three or four touchdowns.
With a TD in all of them.
Yeah, that guy's
amazing.
That guy's good, and you're going to see him. You're going to see him playing on Sundays.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Yeah,
Scadaboo. And he's got a great name.
Yeah, Scadaboo. Yeah,
fun stuff.
Well, speaking of fun stuff, that was a fun show. Didn't know what we were going to talk about. And
lost our guest.
It just kind of all.
Your agenda really
I thought you had it, from the beginning. When you brought us off of that cloud.
Had an agenda,
and set us down.
and we stuck to it.
To the agenda.
We stuck to it.
Look where we're at.
We as professionals.
Yeah, well, that's going to do it for us today here on the Cheap Seats. Next week we'll be back. We'll have Coach Al on next week. We gave him the day off, so
You're not getting paid. Unpaid.
No, not getting paid today, Coach. But Illinois on 11. And
I have those guys blown out by noon.
Yeah, so that's it. All right, thanks for tuning in to the Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Good day.
Live video streaming of this event is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.